Hello everyone, I'm so happy to be here. Very excited to share with you my Mounjaro journey, and I hope you like my video. I don't know really how to do it, but I got some notes here that I will follow because otherwise I just get lost and start to talk too much. So anyway, so I'm Christine, and I'm my first week in Mounjaro, and it was very exciting and I was a bit worried about it at the beginning, but I feel that I did the right decision. So first I'm gonna talk about my battle with weight loss. So I had my whole life I'm battling with weight loss. However, I've been in a normal BMI for a long time. So I had places in my life that I gained a lot of weight, but to be in a normal range, I always had to do intermittent fasting and stuff like this because otherwise I would gain weight. I lost twice 30 kilos. And one thing I want to say is that I talk in kilograms because I'm Brazilian, original from Brazil, and so I can't only think in kilograms, but I'm gonna try to put down here how much is in pounds, I think, and so you can kind of have an idea of how much I've lost. And yeah, so I lost twice 30 kilos, one in 1996 after my first son was born. I gained 30 kilos, and then I lost 30 kilos like about 2 years later. I decided to slim down, and then I could lose. And then in 2014 I gained again because I lost again 30 kilos because in 2003 I had the problem with my thyroid. I had a thyroid cancer, and I gained a lot of weight because of everything, you know, going through this stuff. And then I was obese for 10 years kind of. And so it was a long process, not to just cool down. And in 2014 I decided to do a diet, so I lost 30 kilos again. And in between 2014 and 2022 I maintained my kind of, I was like 60 kilos, 65, and then lockdown came, and then, you know, I started to eat more, and then in 2022 I started to, you know, to gain weight, and then there I am. I had last week I weighed like 84.8, which is around 85 kilos, and I am 164 centimeters. Let me just check here my BMI when I started my progress. 31.9 at 32. And then I decided to take an action because I knew if I wouldn't do anything with 85 kilos, I would have got to 90 kilos. I knew it. And then the more you gain, it's harder to lose, because when I get to this point that I am so above the weight, it's just like, it just takes so much longer to see the results. And I am the kind of person that I like to see results quick. I don't know, that's just me. I don't know if you like this, but I just feel like so frustrated when things go slower. And I decided to get in contact with my endocrinologist, the one that treated me in 2003 about my thyroid. So I've been seeing him since then, just to keep an eye, you know, check everything, all the blood tests and stuff, because he knows me and know my health. So I had an appointment with him, and I asked him, I said to him, I really need to slim down, and I wonder if you could help me to take this Mounjaro, because I got into menopause, which was I'm 56. My menopause was 53, which was pretty much a little bit before I started to gain weight. And I think one of the reasons I gained weight was the menopause as well. And then I told him, can you please, because I find it so difficult now to get into a routine of eating, and I just can't stop. It's just so hard. And last year, like exactly a year ago, I had my gallbladder removed, and because I had a huge stone. This is another story. Actually, it's a huge story, but I can tell you another video. But anyway, and then I told him I just can't. I don't know what's happening. I always could do diet if I wanted. I have a good, like a very strong mind to do stuff, but I just find it difficult. So, and then another thing that it made me think a lot to do that was the drinking. I'm not like a drinker, like to get drunk, but I was having like nearly almost every day, maybe 5 days a week before, a glass of wine, 2 glasses of wine, and I knew that this was not good for me. So I thought, because I read a lot, that it could stop you to have this feeling of drinking. And then I said, everything's like tick all the box, and I just said. And one thing also that helped me to make my decision was my sister. My sister is pre-diabetic, and my mom as well. I'm not. I think it's because I did intermittent fasting for such a long time, for so many years, maybe protect my pancreas, but I don't know. I'm not. And so my sister takes Wegovy or Ozempic since 5 years to help her with her diabetes. And so when I told her that I decided to do it, so she gave me a lot of tips and stuff, and she's still giving me a lot of tips because I keep kind of making mistakes. But having her helping me, it's very nice because she went through a lot, and so she knows most of the things. And yeah, I think I am very grateful and very lucky to have her to help me. And also my doctor said that he has a lots of patients that are doing that and have a very good experience with Mounjaro. And he told me that it protects your heart, it's anti-inflammatory, and will help me a lot in especially because of menopause and all this stuff, So my first week with Mounjaro, my sister told me, one thing you need to think about is, when do you want the suppression of appetite to be stronger? And then from then you decide what day you start. So I told her, for me, the best days for me would be Saturday and Sunday. So I would like the suppression to start from Friday until Sunday. That would be the best, because that's when I drink my champagne and that's when I eat the most, because you're at home, your husband is at home, we cook, we drink, and ended up, I used to start my diet during the week, and then on the weekend would spoil everything, and on Monday I would have the same kind of weight. Let me just put down the volume here so you don't listen to this. So I decided to do on Thursday, Actually, at the beginning, I said to start on Wednesday. However, I had vertigo on Tuesday. I started to feel like dizzy on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, that was the day that I decided to take. I wasn't sure if I could start Mounjaro having the medicine for vertigo. So on Thursday, I said I can't start later than that because I think Thursday would be the best day actually. And so I sent an email to my doctor and asked him, and he said there was no problem. I could start Mounjaro taking the medicine. So I start on Thursday. Today is Thursday, and I had my weight day, and I'm gonna say that my weight at the end of this video. But let's continue. So that was a bit. It gives me, I was a bit nervous about that. I was a bit nervous anyway because of the whole thing starting. I never took like needles on me like that for medicine. So for me it was a big thing. And I guess for you as well. It's a bit frightening, I think. And so I wasn't sure if I would like, if I wouldn't like, and if I whatever. I was just very worried. So by the next day on Friday, so I started to feel already less hungry by the end of the day. To be honest, I took it at 1 because the secretary sent me back the email around 1 o'clock. And so when she said I could do it, so I did straight away. So by the end of the day, I start already to feel, I don't know if it was psychological or, or anything like this, but I felt that it was, I had less hunger. And so and the next day in the morning, I didn't feel any hunger. I literally I didn't feel hungry, but I ate it anyway. I think I did scrambled egg with white part of the egg, and to do like a omelette. It was not an omelette, but a scrambled egg, and that was very good. And with coffee, and I use almond milk because I have some reflux, so I feel that almond milk reduce my reflux. If I take cow milk, I feel more reflux. And so, and the wish to drink alcohol has totally disappeared. Like when you don't think about it, I was so gobsmacked, so shocked, because my sister always said it's not like inhibit your appetite, it's just your brain doesn't think about food. It doesn't want that. I don't know how to explain. It's something really, really weird. I thought I would never feel like that. And for me, this was the best because I wasn't thinking food, and the best was I wasn't thinking in alcohol. I did not. So I am already 7 days. I didn't drink a sip of alcohol. I hope that continues. But, and she told me also that even if you drink a glass of wine, and that's it. You will not. You don't need, and your brain is always like, no, I don't need anymore, that's fine. And I think I would never have that in my life with the medicine. That would be so incredible. I'm just very, very happy about it in all aspects. I started really my diet on the Wednesday because as I told you, I wanted to start on the Wednesday, but I didn't because of my vertigo. But I started to eat less and to do a diet on the Wednesday. So I'm counting my weight loss from the Wednesday, even though I started my Mounjaro on the 20th. which was on the Thursday. Today is the 27th, the Thursday, the November 2024. I lost, let me tell you, I think 3 kilos. So I'm now 81.50 and I started with 84.80. So I am 3 kilos, 300 grams slimmer. So I just keep thinking, like, if you take 1 kilo of flour to do and you put 3 kilos of flours together, that's the amount of kilos I lost. And this is, it's just amazing. So it was in 8 days. Next week, when I do my next update, it will be only 7 days of update, not 8 days. So yeah, so let me go back to my notes because otherwise I lose my track. So, and I also did the centimeters of the size of breasts and hips and stuff, but I think this is better to do with 1 month's update or 4 weeks update, because otherwise it's just otherwise it's too small. And if you have any questions or anything, I am still learning also. And one thing that I want to talk about is about the food, the things that my sister taught me about food, how to do it, how to eat, because my brain thinks differently. That's when you eat the food, there is a way that would help you not feeling bloated. And I had my breakfast, and because we were talking, and then I told her, look, it's just kind of forcing me to eat. And she said, you shouldn't do that. She said, you should eat whatever you can eat, and then you keep it away, and then in an hour or two, you eat a little bit more, because the way the food goes down is slower. So you shouldn't press it, because then you're gonna feel bloated. You're not gonna feel well. And if you eat small portion more often, or like just space, that's what she said. Eat less with the space, because then you're gonna feel better. And then I thought that was a very good idea, and I'm gonna start to do, I told her I'm gonna start to do from now on like this. My head used to do like, I eat a lot in the morning, I eat a lot on the lunch, and then nothing anymore because I used to do intermittent fasting. But with this medicine, I don't really need to do that. I just need to eat what I can and anytime I want, because I think that's gonna be the best way to go forward. But as I told her, I tell you, I'm still learning. When you start this journey, it's like you have so many bad habits, so many things that you need to learn. I'm learning every day, and I think maybe talking to you can give me tips as well, or tell me if you feel the same way. I just am so happy that I'm just doing that, and I am so glad that I lost this weight. And this was a very big eye-opening for me, because I keep thinking like how this technology is so amazing, and that I am able to use that for me and for my health, and I hope that I can somehow help someone there. And I will continue to do my journey, and I hope you follow me, okay? I wish you a wonderful day, and bye-bye.